Is Marvel once again going to retroactively explain something that might need a little bit more explaining, but maybe not? Let's talk about how the Cosmic Cube, an important part to the Avengers so far, Avengers Endgame, and possibly even Captain Marvel, could tie everything together. So we recently learned that the Supreme Intelligence is going to be in Captain Marvel. That's the giant brain-looking thing that the Kree have. It's complex. Like I've said in my other video, I think it's just going to be that like chamber room of energy thing. And of course, this is complex and we don't know how they're going to handle it. But in the comics, the actual Supreme Intelligence and everything was involved with the creation of the Cosmic Cube and a giant event that unfolded. Now, obviously, in the MCU, the Cosmic Cube is different. It's one of the Infinity Stones. It was changed from the comics and things have evolved rather differently. But as we learned recently with using the Supreme Intelligence and going forward, many people have assumed and kind of speculated that the Cosmic Cube is going to play an important part in the movie. Now, realistically, I don't know how you pull this off, right? If the movie's set in the 90s, the Cube doesn't make sense, right? It's already on Earth. We know what happens to it after the first Avenger. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But at the same time, we don't know how far into history they're willing to go. And with recent talk of Captain Marvel possibly time traveling, having that, and how Avengers 4 could play into everything, the Cosmic Cube could turn out to be something of a space MacGuffin that's more important than we ever thought before. And when you really think about it, it's like, look, I don't know what you do with it, but clearly you can't mess up time, because it wouldn't make sense if it suddenly disappears from possession of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then it reappears again. Although maybe in the 90s scenes, right, where Captain Marvel was there and she's talking to Nick Fury, she's like, oh, you got a Cosmic Cube? That's important. Let me take that. Goes up to space, does her thing, returns it. Maybe that's how it plays out. But then again, it might retroactively make some of the MCU worse, because it kind of brings up a few questionable plot holes or just things they chose to ignore. So I don't know, but many people are speculating it's going to play a huge part in that movie, and then also possibly go on to play a huge part in Avengers Endgame. Now, I don't know how you could play a bigger part than already being an Infinity Stone, but we know they're going to time travel. The cube was used in Avengers. It looks like it's going to be in Avengers Endgame when they time travel, so everything could actually be tied to the Cosmic Cube in a way that we haven't speculated yet. So we're going to find out soon. You guys let me know your thoughts on this, and what do you think they're going to do? Is the Cosmic Cube going to end up being like the key to everything so far, or is this just wishful thinking?